It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Thursday. After Thursday, right? Thursday afternoon.
Wow.
Welcome to all our friends. I gotta say, welcome to all our friends in California.
Yes.
Because we are about to open California Dreaming Studios in California. I want to say hello to Monica in the UK. Because we're going to be doing some work. I got an email, a text, and they're doing some work in 5 countries in the UK because we're going to be OTT. I'm going to tell you, OTT doesn't mean nothing to nobody, but it does. Roku, Amazon Prime, all those things that we're on.
OTT?
That's OTT. So we're going to take OTT to another level. So I want to say hello, good afternoon, and hello to everybody. The kids are in here. They're eating like crazy, and they're working like crazy. They went to the station. They saw Bobby and everybody else.
What did you guys get for lunch over there today? It's lunchtime at the cafe.
Shake Shack.
Shake Shack. Ever notice they don't offer you a sandwich?
How did you go to Shake Shack when you were supposed to be at the radio station?
We were brainstorming and we were at the radio station.
They came back?
We got out of the radio station like in and out. It was a revolving door.
So for the hour you were gone, 45 minutes was at Shake Shack.
Pretty much.
I can't say 45 minutes was at Shake Shack, but they had a nice social deal. We were just trying to see the experience of social distancing at Shake Shack.
How was it, by the way?
It was nice. Like they make sure, like they bring your car, they bring your food to your car, and they have like a nice social distance patio area if you want to sit outside and eat.
Nice. Do they bring extra French fries or anything to share for? We could do a taste test here.
No.
Not at all.
No, they didn't bring us any fries, no nothing.
But I gotta tell you, Latina Selena, with her cast, she was eating French fries out of a bag.
That's the best way because it absorbs the grease.
That's the best part.
The grease? I gotta tell you, I'm cutting you off from coffee is all I can say.
Why? I only had 1 cup.
Oh, no, my friend. You came in with one. I made you one this morning. You got another one now. I gotta tell you, we have done 25 things. We did a spectacular business kitchen show today on WWNN at 11 o'clock with Natalia Levy and Tatiana Fernandez. Val did a spectacular job running it. Thank you to AJ at WWNN. You were running Fuego, plus all the other moving parts we've got. We're going live tonight at 7 o'clock on WNN. We're
Cafe
doing
After Hours.
Brooklyn Cafe After Hours. So all the elements have been sent over to the radio station. We just have to confirm with them on what commercial spots we want. You guys have been doing a great job of putting a new commercial together. Hector's got rocking and rolling. We've got our Saturday morning kids lineup all set to go. That's just got to be placed and put in. A new show coming out for Veggie Vero on Saturday at 9 a.m.
We've got a few new shows. We've got American Red Radio is coming out on Monday. We got the Kids Television Network with Reggie and Hector's going to be doing a new spot on there for the kids as well. And 2020 Vision is coming back.
As it should.
Mr. Hector, the animator, is taking charge. He's going to put it together. They're going to do it out here in the main frame. And we're going to put 2020 back on the map. Because we haven't done a 2020 in almost a year.
I got to tell you something. I was driving into the studio. I don't even want to call it work. Driving into the studio this morning. And I'm driving around Boca. And I thought, you know what, Freddie? We are so lucky to have what we have. To be able to have this studio, this spectacular place, the crew that we have. It's National Interns Day. You know that moment, that split second of gratitude you have, just it comes out of the blue. And I just wanted to thank you all and thank you and everything that we have here, because in the middle of everything that's going on in the world, in the United States and in Florida, we have another place that we call home, with an extended family that we consider our family, and our crew and our interns, our producers and the radio station, our hosts, every guest that we have. that we have this little glimmer of sunshine to be able to run to every day, all day long, is pretty spectacular. So that is my gratitude moment of the day. I just wanted to share that with you.
That's funny because a little while ago you told me I was driving you nuts.
You are, but I love your nuts. I love your nuts. I don't love that I can't breathe a little bit, but you know what? That is my gratitude, and the fact that you can drive me nuts, I'm grateful for.
But I think it's what a production company should do. If you stay, no good. I got video nervous because he's going to be
You guys
hosting.
made me in a panic.
Video's going to be involved in the dating game that we're going to be coming out with.
Yes.
Don't put me.
So you got him in a panic, but that's my little glimmer of gratitude for the moment is you get that split second, wow, life is good, and that's what I got driving.
Enjoy the 5 seconds because we got to go. We got things to do, and more things to
But
do.
just think, if you got 5 seconds of gratitude over someone that can't those 5 seconds of gratitude, you got 5 seconds more of a smile than something else. So you got to take what you can get.
You mean turn the frown upside down?
Turn that frown upside down, my friend. Singing in the rain with a Bluetooth umbrella. Whatever it takes to have some happiness and gratitude.
Well, I have breaking news. Something's come up. Apparently, we talked about shoes with logos on them
Okay.
from our friends from Pomo Stuff For You.
Okay.
I have to call him
Okay.
because apparently Fuego's audience wants to know if they can get shoes to say Fuego because they have this whole dance thing they want to do.
Keds? It'd be kind of cool to do it in
She says
Keds.
everything is flat.
Keds. Or something like that. I think they do Converse with logos.
I don't know what she's talking about. I thought you bought your shoes and they put the logo on there.
No, I think they get special shoes. It's a certain way
special
they have to screen print them. I think he said they do it with Converse or flat sneakers, Ked-like flats. That's what I think it is.
So remind me to call him afterwards because Esperanza would like to get some of those shoes.
All right, sounds good to
There were a whole
me.
bunch of people were calling in. You know that the call-in number, what's the call-in number?
888-994-4995 for our show at Studio A. If you want to get in touch with Fuego, I don't know how much longer they're running, but they are Studio B right now.
It actually works. They actually called in.
Oh, Val, you were right. My apologies. She came running and she said, "Is the phone ringing?" I said, "No, you're hearing things." But apparently it must have been Studio B that was
The
ringing.
phone rings there, but it goes over there.
So she was right.
And if it rings here, she hit the wrong
Val and I have been doing 20 million things in that studio. A new commercial spot for Mark Dane, which I really want to preview that.
We're going to talk about that because what happens today at 2:30?
Today at 2:30 we have Let's Talk Art. Can't even say that 2 times fast. Let's Talk Art with Amy Reshevsky. She's going live at 2:30 from her second home right now in North Carolina. It's going to be a virtual show talking about the art of Amy Reshevsky and her, she has a guest joining us.
Yes, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. You know, she sent me the video and do we get the pictures in
Yes, we did.
for the guests too?
I will talk to Teddy afterwards.
It's in there. Lot of work to do.
That's all I can say. I know. I think Val's got a new piece that we wanted to air. You wanted to air that piece for Mark Dane.
Yes.
So Val, let's take a look at it. We're
Well,
gonna roll
you're
it.
going to tell her to cue
This is
it
an
up.
artist that we have in the gallery. He does spectacular work with light, literal light, and everything is plugged in, and the color schemes, and anything to light up your house, your table, your home, your walls. He even has a piece that he created with Jay Harmon, which is a McLaren car. And Jay did the drawing, the pencil drawing, and Mark.
I haven't seen that.
I think Jay has it, so I think he showed it on his last show, which was pretty cool. That was 2 Thursdays ago he showed it. So Val, you have that piece queued up. Let's rock and roll that when you do. And the Mark Dane piece, yep.
Various dichroic glass shapes mounted at precise angles on a metal or wood panel. A specific integrated light source strikes the glass shapes to produce a combination of highly saturated colors. The light paintings can be customized to any shape, practically any size, and in any color combination. They can be configured to produce in excess of 5,000 lumens and may be placed on a table, a pedestal, in a niche, or hang on the wall. Come to the gallery at the theater and talk to Mark about placing a piece of his art in your home.
That's very nice.
That is
Who
spectacular.
did that?
Val put that together.
Huh?
Huh?
She did that?
Val put
Very
that
nice.
together with NBA.
That's very nice. I think I want to work on a program. If you take a picture of the wall you want to put your art, like let's say you take a picture of this, I think we could do that. We could slide in on a
Absolutely.
superimpose and show what the artwork will look like. You put this with one of Mark's pieces. I think that's spectacular.
What
I
the art
kinda
looks like
it.
at your home. And we've got Suzanne. I need to get some of the products that Suzanne has, and I don't even know what I did with my pieces. You have your black mask floating around?
Yes.
Where's your black mask? Perfect, because I don't know where I left mine. I think it's over by my computer is all I can say. We've got Suzanne Oliver joining us with Momentum Research International. She comes all the way from Orlando and different cleaning products. How are you doing, Suzanne? We got to turn on her audio, guys.
Let's try that again.
We are here. How are you doing? You hear an echo? It's probably on your end, yes? So can you do me a favor? We've got the cleaning products that Suzanne sent that 99 point something % kills. I'm not going to make any claims without it sitting in front of me. So until I read the label, the white bottle that is next to the coffee machine. How are you doing? Momentum Research International. I'm excited to have you back on because as much as things have changed, stayed the same, they've changed.
This mask is the best mask.
Yes, here's the hand sanitizer.
I love this mask. I mean, I'm going to tell you, in the studio, I don't know if you can hear me, I got tons of masks. There are tons of masks. I can't breathe with these things, much less talk with these things. But this one, I wore this one last night. I washed it, put it back. The best. Absolutely. Doesn't hurt my ears. I don't know what you did.
How do you pronounce this brand? Loose. It is fantastic, and they're easy to wear all the time. And what I love about, besides that, is they're for different sizes. So, Freddie's is one size. Yep.
And there's no gap. You got no gap. See that? No gap.
You're such a nice face model.
No gap. No, I'm going to tell you something.
I know.
You ever notice that people wear a mask, it's too big, right? And they got gaps like this. And all they're doing is inhaling all the bad air around them. It doesn't work.
No. And they're different sizes. So I have the small, you've got the large. I think Teddy has the medium. You sent enough that actually all our crew has a new mask, so we thank you for that also. The hand sanitizers, we have one at every station, so there's a big one, the little ones at every table in every studio.
It's like,
Tell us what's going on in the world of cleaning products and sanitizing and everything that you have. This product we have also. I was almost embarrassed to tell you that I'm almost through the bottle.
Do you use it on every surface? I hear it.
We use it on every surface, and I even use it on the mics. I put it on a paper towel so I don't spray it directly on it, and I wipe it down, and the handles and our handheld mics, the coffee pot, everything that's touch screen, the doorknobs, I spray it on a paper towel instead of putting it directly on all our equipment and use it.
It's a good product. What do you think of the smell?
that's what I like. That's what I like. It's
Not a chemical smell. It's like
doesn't.
citrusy. It's easy.
It doesn't smell like the stuff everybody else uses.
And the hand sanitizer seems to work really well also because it's
Exactly. So this ND64 surface sanitizer, it's amazing, and it just talks that it's criteria for use against SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. Everything has been rebranded, and the effectiveness is tremendous on this.
And what's nice is it's in an aluminum bottle, so it's recyclable.
Now, can we fill this again, or that's it, one time and done?
I sell it also at accountants.
And use this bottle?
Yes.
Now, let me tell you why that's important. When you're running a production company, and there's 14,000 people running around different directions because different crews come in, it's important that you have an limit because you know that this is what you're supposed to use. Sometimes they'll grab a bottle of water over here, or they'll grab something else, and they don't know that this is what we want them to use. So that you can refill this. This is a godsend. You can put a stage clean here, and people will know why this is standing over there to use it. I like that. Some of the stuff that's on the market you can't use to clean some of the equipment that we have here.
We also white label them, so if someone is
White label. My favorite drink.
their own product, white label and put them on.
That's interesting.
You could put
Brooklyn Cafe cleaning solution.
you could put the cafe cleaner,
We can put that on the cafe cleaner, I like it.
and we go up to our deli, right? We go up to the official cafe deli. We walk into every party with a bottle of this stuff. I bet you should get a client every time you turn around. This is easy.
What's easy about it is, what makes it really easy is it's available. Because I know all these studies were done and they're saying certain antibacterial sprays are killing the virus. Some of the big brands that you think if you're buying the name, it means it all works the same. It doesn't all work the same. But you can't get those that they say are working. This is available and you don't have to run from store to store to store. I'm all about convenience. As you know, I get things shipped in all the time, even the things that I don't want. Wow, that was loud. Is that you have this available.
Yes, we ship immediately, we have it in stock. What did I tell you, I was sending you here package, you got it next day?
Yep, I got it, right, we got it within 48 hours.
We have everything in stock, we've ramped up.
Hey, Teddy. Sound is way overmodulated.
And the hand sanitizers also.
Yes, we started with the liquid, that seems to be very good for this whole. And then we went to gel, and now we have.
Echo.
Yeah, I got it, right, we got it within 48 hours. Unbelievable, and actually I made the introduction to Suzanne to talk to Paramount.
Yes. And how's that
Currently
going?
we're working together, so we should be doing some masks for him. He needs the 3-ply disposable. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about today, especially so you guys in your audience know, the 3-ply mask that you have, Freddie, is that a 3-ply or a KN95?
He has
The
the
one next
black
to you.
one.
No,
Which
and then
is?
you had another one.
Oh, that's actually a HEPA filter.
Okay,
This-
so
yeah, this is a HEPA
the
filter.
problem with some of those, there you go. The problem with some of those masks is that you set them down and then you put them back on your face.
Yep.
So you're constantly using them or reusing them, and they're really meant to be disposable. So what we were talking about at Paramount is for their cleaning crew, we want to make sure that they have enough in stock or on the carts or in the cleaners' capability in their hands that they can throw it away. We don't want to reuse those masks. So that's really important that you know that if you put it in your purse and you put it back on your face, where's your purse been? Is it safely tucked away? I had a real good friend ask me about putting it on a container or a little pocket type thing on her purse, something that dangled like would be a iPhone case dangling off your purse. And I said, I don't think it sounds very sanitary. And what we're looking to do is keep the particles of the virus out of our face. And if we use those masks over and over, we're going to have particles in our face. So when we came out with a loose mask, the one that you have, the black one, it's washable. And you can take it and clean it every day. You can clean it at lunch. You can clean it before you get in your car. You can always have it in a sanitary position.
And it dries
so one of the things
fast.
that we found out, I'm sorry?
It dries very fast.
Yes.
That's the unique thing about this. And you know, it's funny, a congressman that just came out this morning, one of the right-hand people of the president, walks around with no mask. He decided to put on a mask. He decides to blow his nose in the mask, and he's playing and fidgeting with the mask. He came in sick this morning. Now there's a concern because Barr was with him, the president was with him, and he's like, And he's moving around. You can see it. They got this whole row of him when he wore a mask once in a while. He was putting it on he was taking masks from people, putting it on his face. Of course you're going to get sick because it was contaminated.
Yes.
And he kept using the same mask. It's exactly what you're talking about. So it isn't about just wearing a mask. It's about wearing a clean mask. That's the
Right,
difference.
being sanitary. We wash our hands, let's wash our mask. And if you're using the 3-ply disposable mask, if you think about surgeons, how they wear that mask, they wear it to keep their droplets from going on the patient. It's not to protect the patient from the doctor's germs, it's the droplets when they're working and they're sweating and they're having all of these long hours. So when we wear a mask, it's important that we wear one that we can clean, or we just buy a whole package of them and we change them all the time. The 3-plies are good. They're not great, but they will work. And the main thing the 3-plies do is keep your hands out of your face. As I keep adjusting my glasses, I'm going to the eye doctor here to get new ones soon. But it just keeps your hands out of your face and nose, your mouth and nose, sorry.
And you know, it's funny because, I said it. The people are writing down, you know, it's funny how many times I say it in the show. That's a different story. It's interesting because people argue about whether or not to wear a mask. So a surgeon's mask is created for a surgeon so that there's less bacteria in an operating room. But there still is. No matter how sanitary, infection is a problem with operations, right? So that you have people, they wear that surgery mask 100 times a day, 10 times a week, and they don't change it. I guess that's better than not wearing one, is what I'm saying. So if you're gonna wear one you can wash, right? Now these HEPAs, I understand you can wash these, but you have to wash them.
You got to wash them. And what I really like is that all the other, the black masks you sent, the price point on that, I don't even know what they are. But you can get a couple and wash them, and so you'll always have a clean one. And I was going to talk to you about maybe getting some new ones because we shared all of ours with our crew. So everyone has one, but everyone wears it all the time. They love, because they're so soft.
Yes, and the other thing to do, one of the interesting things is when you put a mask on and we kind of squeeze the top, on 3-ply they have that little area at the top that you can squeeze. All it does is fog my glasses. So then I'm fidgeting with it the whole time. Like Freddie said, I'm constantly fidgeting with it, trying to get it to stop fogging my glasses. So if you're wearing glasses, the loose mask is another good product to keep you from fogging your glasses up.
What other type of products do you have to keep things clean? I saw a study was done, and they're testing all these surfaces, and they're testing phones, and a lot of things, but it seems that it's really the respiration. It's what's in the air that's doing this.
But we also have the wipes. We just came out with the KN95 wipes, and they're in a packet similar to the Lysol, baby wipes. It's the flat pack. And you can pull one out and you can wipe stuff down. And I think that's imperative that people are using that as well. Your steering wheel, even your handle of your car. If you've been at a grocery store, you have wipes to wipe down your cart, but do you wipe down the handle of your car? So every surface that we touch, unfortunately, until we get a better understanding of this virus, surfaces are we assume contaminated.
Now I'm glad you brought up steering wheel on a car. That was exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. When you get in your car and you go to Publix, right? Do you wear gloves?
Not anymore, I don't.
Okay, did you see in Publix they have the thing for your hands and they got the wiping. You see everybody wiping the carts and all that? They do that. And then you get in your car and I got like 16 different hand sanitizers in there and you're doing the whole, they sanitize my whole body, right? But your car, if you get exposed in your hair follicles, I read a report, your car is the least place that you ever clean.
True.
Think about it. You walk in there, you eat your French fries in your car. Somebody gave you the French fries. You eat that burger, you eat that Chinese food. Somebody gave you that too.
You're making me hungry.
You take one of these bad
too.
boys, you put this in your car, Now, will this explode in the heat of the car?
You know, I don't know the flash point on that bottle, so
I would not leave that in Florida sun is all I could tell
I-
you.
Right, then you
wouldn't
have to put,
recommend it.
Slick, why are you laughing? Then you got to put this on your hip. And you go in your car and you spray it, and you go in your car 10, 15 minutes later, right? So I'm starting to
use
do
the-
that.
Steering wheel.
The steering wheel. Every time you go to eating out, because nobody's eating in, anytime you go hang out with friends from a distance, and I'm hoping we'll do that, you should always clean your car because you think your car is a womb. And it could be what gets you sick because you're putting it there and you're cleaning yourself all up and then you put it on your mask.
But you've got such great products. You also have these UV lights that are available, correct?
I do. I have UVC lamps that are disinfectant as well. They're for more larger units. Not that you can buy the small handheld ones. They're about this big, and you can wand your areas. They're on Amazon. I don't know the effectiveness of those, but I know a lot of my friends that are in small businesses, they use those. I think right now it's all about what makes us feel good. One of the new products that I'm starting to carry are face shields. And as much as I used to kind of get tickled at people wearing face shields because it seemed like an overkill, last night Dr. Fauci came out with the thought of wearing goggles
Yeah.
because your eyes are all there. You go. I'm impressed.
This is the uniform.
There
Is
you go.
this?
It's true.
That's the look.
And it's funny because we try to do a show with this, and they're all over the studio. Everybody has their own. They're all labeled on the side. Everybody has their own.
Yes.
And this is from Healing Moments. We got these, and we wear them. And I was going to ask you if you have the mask that has the shield on top.
No, what we have is it's a band that holds it in place, and then it's open on the sides, which is why we're saying wear a mask as well. And again, how far do we go with this? Are we going to have
Thank you.
earplugs next? You know, where, like you said, hair follicles, where does this stop? And I still think the best attack against this virus is exactly what you're doing. Spray the surfaces, wear the face shield, wear the mask, wash your hands, just back to the basics. And I don't think goggles are necessary if you've got the face shield on because it's covering your eyes. Now, if somebody is in a high risk category and they feel that the corners of their eyes are not covered, then obviously the goggles would be good. But maybe scuba divers goggles.
Hector's
But
got it.
we wear
Hector's
masks.
goggles, right?
We wear masks in for asbestos. When we paint, there's all kinds of products that we use that keep our face safe. So as Dr. Fauci comes out with more information, I think we should all take a look at the face shields. And so we're trying to be ahead of the curve on that as well.
Yeah, you guys all, our crew all has face shields someplace. You guys know where your face shields are? No, Teddy's is in the studio. Slick, where's yours? Mine's is in my car melting. I know Vinny's, I think, is in Studio B.
Do you guys wear them outside of here?
You wear it at Home Depot?
Have to.
You have to. Oh, nice. Okay.
I do that for myself, but I'm like, there is no social distancing when it comes to retail.
There's no social distancing in retail.
I'm going to tell you something. If I work at Home Depot and somebody got in my face, I guarantee you I would tell you, stand back.
Absolutely.
And now I'm thinking about schools, even though, right, we're not reopening schools right now in our area. What's happening in Orlando? Do you know?
No, I really don't. I know that with some of the contracts that I've been working with, a lot of the school districts are now looking for product.
That's
So
what
I'm
thinking.
assuming that they're going to be reopening up in this area. I just received a bid or a proposal for Orlando, the public schools. So I'm not sure what the country's doing, but we don't have the youth masks. We're completely out of the youth masks. I was talking with a teacher recently, and she teaches the autistic children, and the way that she teaches is with facial expressions. So how do we teach our children without seeing their face? So the whole thing right now is up in the air. but I think a lot of the teachers will tell you that they make a lot of face contact. They read the faces of the kids. Are they confused? You know, you have that look of, oh, I don't understand.
Yeah.
So are masks really the answer? And to be honest with you, are children that susceptible? So are we protecting our teachers, our children? Again, questions that are all coming up all over the place, everywhere I go.
There's a lot of questions, but you have product. I was going to ask you about the youth mask. I mean, because Val and I took the smalls. We could probably even use an extra small. I know you laugh, but there's just different sizes. And she's laughing also. I look a lot bigger on TV than I really am in person.
It's all about the size. Like Freddie said, does it fit here? Does it protect anything coming in?
It's the proper way to wear them and the products that you have available. And these are amazing products. I'm so glad we were able to get you in touch with Paramount because they are so great at
Yes.
cleaning our studio. I figured maybe you could help them get some supplies.
I think you should also get him in touch with the school up in Atlantic, your friend, the
Space
lady.
and Mind.
Space and Mind, because she was on the news. And everybody has a dilemma. I mean, you got to pick one side of the aisle or the other.
They're actually a school in Delray
Totally
Beach.
agree.
It's a homeschool, and they're opening with social distancing because they have teacher to student ratio is low. The space that they have available to teach in is enough that they kind of have separate bathrooms and separate doors. But they are planning on opening school after Labor Day. It's a 4-to-1 ratio, so they're hoping they can really keep this as contained as possible.
One of the things I'd mentioned to that school is how are you cleaning your surfaces? Again, using the right product.
That's right.
Keeping
That's-
all of the stations clean and using that KN95, that product that we have there. It's a good product for all surfaces. And is the cleaning crew using it? Do the teachers have access to it?
Yeah.
So it's a combination of protecting yourself and your area.
It's fantastic.
You know, it's really strange because a lot of people, there's a lot of controversy about masks and this and that. And in my book, you can't be too safe. I'd rather be more safe than not be more safe, right? So the Miami Marlins baseball team down here, they found out a couple of the guys went to a nightclub or some hangout in Atlanta. It took 10 days to get half the team sick. So now you're talking about millions and millions of dollars in salaries that aren't going to be paid, and it really happened very rapidly. It took overnight, and you don't know what condition is going to happen. There's a guy I saw today who's a tip-top shape. He was a marathon runner and a skier, and he had 1% to live. And this guy came back to tell the story. So, that being said, you have to look at all your options that give you the maximum protection, especially age groups. Their age is different than my age. I'm a diabetic. I have whatever I have. I got to look out for me. So if I got to wear that mask out and open and you want to laugh, that's okay. You can laugh. It makes no difference. I know in my heart when I go home and I shower and I shave and do what I got to do, that I gave him my best shot at keeping me safe and keeping those around me as safe as I can. That's the bond. This is a conversation I had with my son, Gio. He says, all you can do is take care of you, and hopefully that will translate into taking care of somebody else.
It's true.
You mentioned the Marlins. That's a great place for our UVC lamps to disinfect the locker rooms and to disinfect
You should
the
call
areas
them.
where the players are.
You should call them.
I
The
should call them.
investigation is happening. You should see all the baseball players now. All the players are putting on their masks inside the dugout. They weren't doing it before. Now, you know the Houston Astros and the Dodgers were in the World Series and the Astros cheated. The first game back is Houston against the Dodgers, right? So the pitcher throws the ball over the batter's head, and they all come out to fight. All of them. And they all stopped. And they went, oh, wait a minute. We can't fight. They can't fight. They can't fight. I was dying.
They
It was
actually stopped and thought about
They
it.
stopped. They surrounded like the infield, and they looked at each other and went, but they didn't fight. It's because the Marlins piece has scattered that team and the Philadelphia Phillies. So all of a
Phillies,
sudden,
yes.
you may think that this isn't real. You may think you don't have to. You may think you can think whatever you want. The evidence is right in front of you. And if you want cases of people dying because of it, forget about the bad numbers. I'll show you some real sad stories of people that are dying and the suffering that's going on. So you got to pick correctly. Protect yourself. You know, and there's a commercial out now. I wear a mask because I care. Try that for a change instead of being bitter and angry for a change. Let's try a little bit of. Let's go against the grain. Let's try something a little bit more different.
But it's a lot. It's the mask, it's the sanitizer, it's to know, when all this started back in March, everyone was hoarding toilet paper for whatever reason. But you couldn't find
I
cleaning
know.
products, you couldn't find wipes, you couldn't find things. And that led to a lot of frustration on my part, trying to keep things here in the studio clean. So for me, and you even know Jody from the radio station, if someone would see it, they would call us and say, okay, go to this store and you can get these products.
Right.
Having the ability to call you and email you and look through your website and go, Suzanne, okay, I need 10 masks, I need some more cleaning product, can I have 5 hand sanitizer, whatever it is, and refills, and know that I don't have to leave here and I don't have to go expose me or my crew, and that the stress level, plus the increase in pricing that people were doing. Right, Lysol was like
That was
$54 a
terrible.
can. I mean, something ridiculous.
Toilet paper, $54 a roll.
But we did it. But to know that Momentum has this available is amazing.
As you're talking about that, one other point that I think is important is if you look at the nitrile gloves, the blue and the black gloves, the heavy duty ones, they're powder free, they're latex free. And what's happening is people hoarded those as well. And now they're selling them for $32 a box on Amazon. It's ridiculous. So if you're looking for gloves, we have gloves in stock. They're not price gouged, and we're able to ship right away. We also have the surgical gowns. I put some of those in stock as well. We have the bouffant hats and the booties for anyone that's in a medical field, or even a cleaning crew if they want to put the booties on before they go into an actual area that's been sanitized, just to do that last minute check. You might want to put the booties on. So we have all of the products. I'm starting to build a great inventory of products that I found are so price gouged on different areas, on other ways to buy it, like Amazon.
You know, it's interesting you say that because I got it from a reliable source that senior homes and things of that nature are finding it tough to finding these materials that you just mentioned. And what's happening is they are being forced to now take in. There's no room to put people. Okay, they got one of the trucks with the bodies. They have it down in Miami, where they are now. There's a refrigerated carts outside the hospital. There's just no room. There's no place to put people. And the people taking care of these people, who I really feel bad for, because after they went through that first wave, and we're still in the first wave, they tell me, they had to stand there. They're getting sick. I mean, how long can you go? Stop the madness. But you're right. I would talk to people in the senior home in that division as well, because they can't get product in time. There is none out there to be had. You could have tons of conversation just in Florida right now, which is a hot zone.
Yes, and also we have the COVID antibody test. We've partnered with a biomed company, so we work with doctors in getting that biomed test out there. It's not the test that if you have it, it's the test if you have the antibodies. So there's 2 separate tests. And I know that down here in Florida, we're having all of these high numbers. And I read an article recently that 300 of the test sites were testing 100% positive.
It's
So
crazy.
is that a true reading? We don't know. So things are kind of all up in the air right now.
Yeah.
And it seems to me sometimes it's the Wild West. So I think, Don and Freddie, what you're doing by protecting yourselves, one-on-one, I think that's the only way we can be sure that we're going to be somewhat protected.
We're trying to do the best we can. How do people find your website to look for items?
Momentum Research, INTL for international, is too long.com. And I will be happy to give out my cell number. It's 407-412-8289.
And for any questions, you can always contact us right here at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. And we use all of your products. We have the hand sanitizers,
Lovely.
we've got the spray and the masks and everything you send us. So thank you for keeping us as clean as we can be.
Very welcome. Look
Have a-
forward to talking to you again soon. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Very
Thank you.
Suzanne.
grateful.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice, very nice. And it's true. Listen, if you grab as much as you can grab, you stay as safe as you can. You know, when you go into a war and there are people shooting at you, you don't stand up and say, hey, I don't want to play anymore. You're going to get shot, right? This is a war we're in.
But you know what I'm happy about is we don't have to hoard these things. Like I've got a case of 96 rolls of toilet paper back there because that was the only thing I could find at the time.
You have purple toilet paper back there. You brought the stuff nobody. What happened to the paper?
We went through it.
The purple?
We went through everything here. I now got a case of other stuff that's not so good. But we had to order in cases and quantities when I couldn't find. I'm so happy that I found Suzanne with Momentum Research because she sends us what she sends us. These things are refillable. I don't have to now spend $200 on cleaning supplies.
Are you
to sit
calm
here.
now?
I'm so calm right now. I'm ready to go take a nap. You had me on such an adrenaline this. Now when I finally go down, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, we got another hour left to go. I got a cup of
Time
coffee.
is of the urgency.
But now we have these products, and these products are spectacular for cleaning, the hand sanitizers. You got everyone rocking and rolling today.
And I'm going to be taking inventory any minute to find out where we are.
We're going to take a commercial break. Thank our sponsors. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A. When we come back, we've got more guests joining us. We got Fem City in the house in a little bit, so stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Introducing Black Tie Liquors, your one-stop shop for wine and spirit needs. Whether you're looking for an ice-cold pack of summer brews or just to grab your favorite bottle of scotch, whiskey, Black Tie Liquors has you covered. Come choose from a wide selection of beers, wines, spirits, or liqueurs. Or if you're in the mood, feel free to grab one of our fresh cigars. Stop by Black Tie Liquors today, located on 5970 South Jog Road, Lake Worth, Florida. Or give them a call at 561-968-0988.
Not all CBD products are made the same. Here at your CBD store, our trained and highly educated staff can help recommend the perfect products for you. Stop in and see for yourself at one of our locations in Pembroke Pines, West Boca, Boynton Beach, or Singer Island. Or call us today at 561-437-1080. Again, that's 561-437-1080.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-P, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Best words I heard all day.
Which is what?
I asked Vinny how we doing. He says progress.
Progress. I asked Val how we're doing. She's exhausted.
Why?
And it's, poor Val, it's almost 1 o'clock because we've had
That's
her doing
because she ate
25
that
things.
big plate of food. What was that?
Hibachi. Look, it
Oh
smelled
my
good,
God.
right?
Where'd she get that?
They get some real good food, our crew.
Where do they get that?
I don't know.
Is there any lasagna over
It's
there?
because you and I are always fasting, and they're eating lunch. I got crackers.
You're fasting? What are you fasting? To
I
nothing?
had 3 crackers today.
Well,
Val's like, you're having
parrot.
saltine
I tell you,
crackers.
You're a parrot. You're crazy.
Crackers, soup, you're not eating, but they've got Shake Shack. She's got hibachi. I don't know what Teddy's eating for lunch. But they always got good food. But then everyone like needs a siesta. They like it.
I know,
So tired.
she ate her food. Now she wants to take it. What are you eating?
She's locked out of my computer.
Well, no, I don't see the pictures.
They're on Freddie's email.
Yeah, I don't see them. From you?
No,
They
from Amy
are-
Franceschi.
Yes. No, that's something different.
That's something different. I don't know what they're talking about. We happen to be on the air, ladies.
I don't have Freddie's email though.
Now, I got an exciting news tonight. We are going to do Cafe After Hours at 7 o'clock. It will be live from the studio. And we're going to talk all truths. All truths.
All truths is what it is? Truths?
Truths.
Truths of what
And
it
I'm going
is.
to tell you something. It's going to be rated R. So put
No,
the
it's
kiddies
PG on 7.
No,
WWNN.
not After Hours.
You going R?
Going R.
You're using your, we
You
can't
ever
use your
seen-
Freddie vernacular.
You ever
so.
seen The Network, the movie?
Yes.
I go to the window, I raise the window, and I scream, I'm not going to take it no more. Remember that? Vinny, you remember that?
A movie?
The Network.
That was a great movie, by the way.
That's an old movie.
It's an old
I'm
movie.
an old guy.
You're an old.
I'm sorry, thinking of commercials already.
At least he's paying attention. The other crew is in there
He
doing
ain't
some other
paying attention. He
commercials.
said, what movie? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a casting call. I'm going to call Danielle Bujan. We're going to have a casting call because we are going to put the dating game together. Vinny is going to be the hostess with the mostest. He's going to be the MC.
We're doing a virtual dating game?
We're going to do some kind of a dating game. Well, yeah, okay. You know, don't blow the
We're
bit.
able to do everything virtual now, which is really cool. Tomorrow
Wow.
we're doing 80s, 90s trivia game virtual. Our host is in New York.
Oh, yes.
We've got that coming tomorrow. He's a podcaster, but he's also a
Yes.
host and event host. So he's changing things up, and he's going to do an 80s, 90s trivia game with us tomorrow
That's right.
on our Friday Fun Day.
It's going to be fun. We're going to have Steve-O in the morning from New York Sound. I told him to come in at 9, but maybe we do either one. I don't know. We'll talk to him. And Steve was always good for a laugh.
But I love that we got all these cleaning products on. I'm telling you, want to hear my class last night? Because, you know, I'm taking this new online class. Here's the question. It's a week class. How many days is it? 5. What day are you on? 5? No, it's only Wednesday. I'm on day 3. So this is what goes on in my house.
But you said 5.
Well, it's a 5-day class for the week. I started on Monday. Yesterday
you
was
go Monday to
Wednesday.
Friday.
I was on day 3. The thing is, the class is live at 2. Clearly, I never make it live. So last night, I finally sat down. Don't ever sit down to watch a class after you've worked a full day at 10 o'clock and think you're actually going to make it through
Your
awake.
class is on at 2 o'clock?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to have one of the kids get my computer ready. You will be at class there.
So I
wrong
watch
with you?
my class in reruns at 10 o'clock. So it's talking about how you reshape your story in less words, how you're more specific. There's your media pitch, and then you have your elevator pitch, which is totally different. So I've met some great people.
And then you have your delivery pitch, so you could teach them a thing or two.
I've met some great people, and actually one of our guests coming on today is my accountability buddy, and I don't know if I've done her such a good service. I don't know what she's put out, but she's joining us today at 1 o'clock. Denise Caesar, she's from New York. She's got an interesting story. She's a speech pathologist / elementary school, I want to say teacher, but she works with 4th graders and see what's going on in the New York school system that's opening up.
Anybody got any information on how that's working?
In New York? We're going to find out from her. I know the 3 counties here, Broward, Miami, and Palm Beach, they're all opening online, virtual. Until I went, undecided, but they all have different start dates is all I can tell you for now.
Very good. That should be fun. She's going to call in at 1?
She's going to call in at 1 o'clock. And she also has a great, here's the thing that I'm finding with these people is I almost say to them, how do we hone in on what you want to talk about? It's taking all the things in life. It's all those dots that we've connected along our life travels. You've got 500,000 dots along your life travels. How would you pick one of what you do and how you got to where you are? What would your delivery be? If you were pitching this to CBS Sunday Morning.
But what does that matter how I got here?
Because it all matters.
Because it changes my mentality?
It changes your perspective. So you're a radio TV producer, and what makes you stand out from any other one who claims to be a radio TV producer?
Stand out, or what got me here? Two different
What would get
questions.
you noticed, which is your story?
What would get me noticed?
That was my class last night.
That's interesting.
You know,
That's an interesting question.
Former teacher now makes a $700,000 income promoting school safety. I mean, something like that. But what gets him noticed is he was a former teacher that knows what it's like to be in a school system, that now talks about safety, versus someone who does something else that just came out and says, I'm a safety officer. It's the story that led you there that has changed your delivery.
You know,
what gets you noticed.
It's really funny you say that, because the President of the United States is just the same the day before he becomes president. It's still the same man. Man is a man. He has different beliefs. And if he can share his beliefs among them, it isn't he's not the special one, it's those among him. So I think that to deliver something, you have to sort of, what they call that when you...
Extend?
No, when you talk to people and they...
Listen?
They become
I feel like I'm doing a Mad Lib with you.
They become part of your head, your brain, they can what with you, they can...
Relate.
They can relate with you.
You become relatable.
Yes. Because if you talk about something and people say, you know, I went down this thing, or even better yet, they go, you know, I don't realize until right now I went down those things.
Well, you know, here you and I sit and people see my videos that I'm putting out on this class, because we all have our videos that we put out every day.
You don't share them.
I can share them.
You don't?
One of the things is I was talking to someone, and I have a call with him over the weekend. He's a teacher, and he wrote a book for teachers about how to be Zen. And all I said to him, I can understand this. I was a special ed teacher. As soon as you open up that window of, I haven't done this my whole life, it wasn't like I've done broadcasting from day one, you become relatable to teachers because you were a teacher, you were in healthcare, you know children and families. It's all those dots you connect that you don't think make a difference in where you are, but they do.
you just didn't take advantage of everything you did.
But as a lot of people are in the same place, trying to figure out, they know where they are now, but how you got to where you are is really what makes you where you are.
It's really funny because we were talking to our producers, and I said to them, every day something happens in your life.
Yeah.
Right? Dawn is in the parking lot, she stumbles. Hector's walking through the door, and he forgets his car keys, and he has to come back there. Whatever. Every day something happens in your life. So you can tell the story if it relates to the subject matter you're talking about, like the baseball players, right, with the Mets. But you have to tell the story in a way that Mr. and Mrs. America out there are going to listen to you. Now, Vinny doesn't listen to me, he yawns when I'm talking. It wasn't until I said to Vinny, the dating game. And he went, what? So I found Vinny's hot button, right? So I'm going to keep putting it out there. Every day I'm going to talk about Vinny, the MC of the new dating game. Every day.
It's how do you tell the story? It's the delivery of the story and the information.
And there you have it.
You know, I watch a lot of these videos, and I guess I'm much more concise with my words. And I always am. I always tell you, I send a birthday card, happy birthday, love Dawn. I'm not a big person on words
That's
and verbiage,
horrible.
which is funny because I sit here and I talk for a living.
Yeah.
But when it comes to writing, and I know I have to work on our emails and our MailChimp, I have to refine it because people's attention span is like this. I have noticed my attention span isn't even like this anymore, it's like this. You got to get to the point because now we need to move on. It's not a good trait. I can't say I'm proud of my attention span, but I think the rest of the world is probably at that same place.
But there's all sorts of mental and physical ailments on you that make you like, I can talk about one thing and you walk away.
I know.
Or start another conversation.
Pretty much.
You see, but I'm used to it. There was a time I used to say, what the hell's wrong with this woman?
But it's the delivery because we've got 25 things going at once. There's definitely not enough hours in the day to do what you do. But where you are now, where you were then, Gio writes in, he says, what a weird time to be alive. Yes, but I'm so grateful to be alive.
You know what was more weird? When Gio was born.
Why?
When Gio was birthed. Why? Because I was out of work. I had to take Gio over the Whitestone Bridge to the hospital where he was born. I had to borrow money to go over and come back. I didn't have a job. When he was born, I got a job that day, and it changed my life. That was weird for me. Now, we've been talking about streaming, I think, Gio and I, for over 10 years. We talked about the wave of the future and the reason economically why it makes sense. And it took a pandemic for everybody to come to the realization, oh, virtual works. Duh, it's been working for the longest.
But
Yeah.
it opens up the gamut. It opens up the ability to get your voice heard. You know, there's a woman that I'm going to have her join us next week on the show, but she's got so many things. I said, let's think about where you're at for the next couple days and hone in on this for next week, because she's here and everywhere, but she says, I'm here to give a voice to the voiceless. Now, she's former military. She was diagnosed with PTSD. She decided not to leave her house for 8 years because she couldn't deal with the diagnosis of PTSD, but yet she lived it every day, right? It's what you say, is you find you're living life and suddenly someone tells you you're going to die in 6 months, and what do? She was military 20 years. She knew what her life was until finally they said, you've got PTSD, and she went into a black hole, and now she's crawled her way out, and here she is to help people. But there's so many things, and why is she here now? To give a voice to the voiceless. That is what we are able to do now virtually. Otherwise, I would have never met these people. We never would have had this ability to do this, to stream our shows live on our MobiPop, on YouTube, on Facebook, on all the platforms that we share, so everyone can see them, not just those that are on social media.
I think you're absolutely right. I think that's a good... Oh, listen, I got to announce we're going to be working with Comcast again. We used to do it before. We're going to go back to television to see if we can hit more people. It's out there. There is plenty of different ways of doing it. But you got to come to the realization that you have to have something to say. Can't turn on a camera.
Everyone has something to say. It's just how do you do it?
Sometimes being invisible is hard to hear.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Ah, you see that, Vinny? That's a thing. Being invisible is very hard to hear. And the bottom line here is, if you believe more that invisible, that the shadows is who you want to be or where you dwell because you don't want to take a chance, it's going to be hard to hear you. Doesn't mean we can't, but it's going to be hard to hear you. So you got to make some noise, baby. You got to bring it. Good, bad, or indifferent.
When I heard that, I got to tell you, I remember, and I never say this on air, it makes me cry. I remember those days when I felt that way. So when I hear it from a woman of my generation, or I hear it from those of the younger generation, I don't want to. You don't want to preach to them because, right? You want people to learn and say, "I'm not invisible. I believe in me." But of all of those conversations, and you and I have said this for a long time, when you believe in yourself and you love yourself, finally, whatever age that is, and you look around, those that are closest to you, and sometimes those are closest to you change because they can't handle the real you, the you that you suppressed because you wanted to be like everybody else. And suddenly your friends change, your family looks at you differently, work's a little different. But then you drive into work and you go, you know what? I love what I get to do. I may not have 150 million friends, but I got those closest to me, and those that actually care about me no matter if I'm green, pink, purple, on air or not. But if I love who I am and deliver it, but I didn't learn that until 50.
So what?
And I say to my daughter all the time, don't wait until you're 50 to love you and not to feel like your voice doesn't matter. And that is the other thing I hope with our 2020 crew and our Kids Network, that generation finds it earlier than the women in my generation. I only say that for women because I work mostly with women empowerment.
Yes. And you are
I don't know about men.
You know, it's really funny. I was talking to Vinny the other day, and I told Vinny, if you want to meet, because he's a young man, he's not married, he's looking for dates and stuff like that. You want to meet women? I said, learn to dance. And we talked about this, and learn to dance. And he says, I got to learn to dance, yes. Now, when you dance, all you got to do, all he has to do is move his hips.
I think you embarrassed him.
Why? All the guy got to, let me show you, but let me explain how simple this is. When a woman dances and you dance with her and you show her, everybody says, wow, that guy could dance. Even if all you're doing is standing there, This is a proven fact. I can show you. I can tell you. Proven fact. A woman is the music to the dance. How you handle her with your hands and your arms is the magic. And this is true about life. You can have something to say, and you let others listen to one or two. This is biblical. This is how Christ taught, if you believe in Christ. He made a question the answer. So in life, you don't have to have all the answers. You may have a lot of questions. Ask them and watch what comes forward. Just give that a try. Change it up a little bit. Don't do the same thing all the time.
Let's change it up.
Just change it up.
No more invisible, at least not in this studio.
No,
We hope
no
anything
invisible
we
here.
can change. I got to tell you, things are changing. Our crew looks around and they go, how did you know that? How did you do that?
The more you change, the more things stay the same. It's like that movie, Vinny, where the guys, the football team, they went on strike and they had the fake players in there, which ended up being a real
I was
deal.
going to say, that sounds like now.
It really happened. The movie came out, and then the NFL went on strike. In that movie, they asked, how do you feel about pressure? How do you handle tension? And the guy says it's like quicksand. And you know, the more you struggle to get out of quicksand, the faster you drown.
What movie was that?
I think of it, The Independence. It's a football player with Reeves in it. Keanu Reeves was in it. He's the quarterback. But the whole meaning of this movie is, how do you handle fear? How do you handle dilemma? How do you handle it? Do you sit and drown? Do you fight your way out? When you panic, we talked about this, in a fire, in a pool. You know, if you see your child drowning, do you panic and run around like a crazy person and the kid is drowning?
It's fear, and it comes up over and over and over again, no matter what you're looking at. If you are fearful of, I was telling Val today, and we're going to go to commercial break in a minute and find our guest. I come in this morning, and I know I've got in my mind the agenda of things I want us to accomplish between certain hours. I know you come in and you've got your own agenda, and each of them are working on their agenda of things to finish. And somehow we have to figure out how we put all these pieces together to be productive and get all of these things done timely, not even by the end of the day, by showtime of whatever show it needs to be out.
Right.
There's a lot of moving parts.
And there's a lot of moving parts still yet to be had.
I know, because it's only 10 after 1. We're
I
going to
got
go to
5 more
commercial.
things to do.
Oh my gosh, we're going to go to commercial break. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A. Give us a call. Let us know what's going on in your world. When we come back, we've got Denise Caesar joining us all the way from NYC, and we'll be right back.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen. It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Admirers, connoisseurs, and enthusiasts of the art world, witness a visual spectacle like no other. Come visit the Gallery at the Theater, one of South Florida's best-kept secrets. Located in the heart of Boca Raton, the gallery features a diverse catalog of sculptures and paintings by world-renowned artists. But that's not all. All of the art is showcased in a live studio setting, home to South Florida's very own Brooklyn Cafe show, starring Dawn and Freddie S. And to top it all off, our collection includes signed memorabilia from some of the world's most iconic names in sports and entertainment history. So come on over, enjoy a cup of coffee, and experience the magic of the Gallery at the Theater. Located at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard in Suite Suite 13. Or give us a call at 888-994-4995.
Dutch Designs and Events is a unique business providing an extensive range of beautiful floral arrangements. They have the power to bring your event or special occasion to life. Dutch Designs are available for any event or to open your business with a smile. All flowers are grown with organic compounds that enhance their fragrance and beauty. Call Dutch Designs at 561-419-8126 or visit their website at DutchDesignsEventPlanning.com. Call Dutch Designs at 561-419-8126.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
It's almost Christmas time again. Time for
I
your
gotta
bell.
get a new bell. That bell sucks. I've been ringing that bell 5 years now, 4 years.
It's been a long time. We got to get you a new
You
bell.
didn't even get me a new bell.
You want a new branding piece? We had a lot of cowbells.
No, the cowbell's fun too, but the cowbells is when we would have people in
Fan
studio.
participation. We got to give the crew their cowbells so they can all like ring the bells with you. Is all I can tell you.
We're gonna ring my bell.
We love ringing your bell. But boom. That's all I can tell you.
Vinny, you see, nobody's embarrassed.
Vinny, nothing embarrasses us anymore. Is all I can
Vinny,
tell you.
I'm about 15 minutes of bringing your buttocks up to this chair and making you sit up here, so just chill.
Welcome back to our TBT Thursday at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Give us a call. Join our conversation, 888-994-4995. As the voice says, press 1 for Studio A. So press 1
I got
for
a
Studio
question
A.
for you.
Uh-huh. Bless you. Thank you. Uh-huh.
Who is that?
Spray the air vent. Actually, the new air filters are on the way, you guys. I got an email that they're being delivered today. So antibacterial, antiviral, anti-everything air filters.
Teddy, do I got an antibacterial that sneeze?
You
Who
may
was
have
that?
That was huh?
That was huh?
That was huh?
We're gonna get home a bottle.
That was huh? That was Val.
Now I got an interesting
We have
question.
another guest
Is the
online.
guest on?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go to the guest.
We have Denise on, you guys. There's Denise Caesar.
Hi,
How you doing?
Hi, hello.
So
Can you
nice
hear
to
me?
meet you.
So nice to meet you. And hi, Freddie. You're from Bronx?
I'm from the Bronx. I know you.
You don't know me.
I do know you. You got
You
a
do
brother?
know me.
You got a brother?
Nikki?
Yes.
You know my brother.
Do you know her brother?
How do you know my brother?
Oh, in the day. A lot
Oh,
of people.
boy.
I know a lot of people.
Well, I'm from Brooklyn.
That's okay. I used to visit there.
Yeah, okay. So,
Is
you know,
Nikki-
there's all reasons for everything, you know.
Is Nikki older or younger than you?
He's younger.
Her baby brother. You get in trouble with Nikki?
No, Nikki knows somebody that I know. That's why.
And what's her
And
name?
now, how do you know that that's my brother? Because
Because he looks
my
just
baby
like
name-
you.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, deny that now. But you see, are you taking notes here, Mr. Vincenzo? You taking notes?
Oh my goodness.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm so lucky that I met Dawn.
I heard. I've heard a lot of good things about you. She will be in class today. I will make sure that computer is
We
set.
all
She
have
will
to be in class at 2.
at
Both of
2.
us.
I got class at 2 o'clock. I've yet to make class on time because we're always here.
And did you do the homework last night?
I haven't done my homework yet, but I watched the class.
But I'm your accountability partner, so I should be making both of us do it.
Have you done your homework yet from last night?
I didn't do last night's homework, no.
Well, let's talk about you, right? So I met you and you did this amazing pitch on who you are. So share with us who you are.
Okay, so of course my name is Denise Caesar, and I'm a speech language pathologist. I'm an entrepreneur and now an author 14 years ago, I lost my voice in a car accident. I had no voice for 5 years, and in that journey, all of the darkness brought me to the light.
Spectacular, right?
So what's funny about this is because I had to, okay, so you hear my voice is not as strong as it could be because during the pandemic I couldn't go for my vocal injections, but I'm a speech pathologist, so I know how to work with the breath support and whatever I have to do to get the voice out. And it's tricky, and sometimes I have anxiety about doing these things, but I have to get my message out there, so it doesn't matter.
It's a spectacular message. When we were texting at first, you said to me, I lost my voice. And I'm thinking physically or metaphorically, right? Because it could be either way, because a lot of things that we do are women who feel they don't have a voice. Until I spoke to you and you told me your story. And I was telling you, I always wanted to be a speech pathologist. Growing up, my brother and sister were always in speech pathology. I guess that's why I loved that field. And my advisor in high school said, my mother said, nope, you're not going to be a speech pathologist. You should go into TV production. So what did the good Jewish girl from Fort Lauderdale do? I followed the path and I went into TV production, which has not served me badly. So grateful for that. I then still wanted to be a speech pathologist, but then I had to start all over again. So instead, I got my master's in special ed, where some of my credits counted, and then I was just able to continue to go. But I love the field of what it is, and I guess metaphorically for me, I always wanted to give people a chance to share their voice. Why I always wanted to be a speech pathologist. So I say God has this funny sense of humor with you, with all of us. And here you are now finding another way to share your voice.
Exactly. So losing my voice in 2006, like I said, I didn't have a voice for 5 years, and the journey was very difficult. But I had a 6-year-old son. I had to keep going. And of course, at work, they weren't helpful. And then I had to come to realize that I had a disability. No one wants to have a disability, but when you recognize what's going on, then you could fight for yourself. Because at the time they tried to fire me, I had to hire a lawyer. And that was without the voice, but they were supposed to provide me with accommodations. Instead, I had to fight for them, which I did. And I won, of course, because I'm still standing. But they tried to take that career that I worked so hard for away from me. But in the midst of this, you really can't keep me quiet, even without a voice, even without me, you just can't keep me quiet. With the Italian hands, there's no way. So what happened during that time, it was a dark time. Sometimes you go through the darkness to bring you to the light. But I created a swimwear company called T-Suit. It's everybody to a T, because when I used to go to the swim club, I couldn't really talk. So I didn't want to have to ask anybody for anything, and I didn't want to just run around with my son and exposing myself. So I created this makeshift thing that people loved. And they're like, how did you get that? I said, I created it. And at that moment, I came up with the name. And from there, the journey proceeded for me to create and design my own exclusive swimmable T-top and dress you can swim in it. And my exclusive Fits Everybody parade.
You've had a great line.
Oh my goodness! But so now I have a registered trademark of both lines of T-Suit and Fits Everybody Suit and T. But in that mix, I had this tagline: "Moments in motion with love," because that's what we really have. Every moment is precious, and you have to make the most of that moment. So with that said, that moment's in motion with love, it stays with me. It goes as a message to my customers and what have you. But let's move down back to the educator part of me, and hence the pandemic that just occurred in March. So I was online like this, and I'm speaking now with my students every day, 5 days a week extensions, and the sadness that these children were going through, not understanding anything about this. I'm getting emotional because it was very difficult for them. And they really weren't with their teachers. The teachers weren't required to be live. Thank goodness I was live with them because they needed some source of continuity in schooling. Besides my speech lessons, they needed contact. So I was in the process of writing a prescriptive narrative for adults. But the grace of God and the universe, in the middle of the night, I woke up and wrote this book for the children, because right now they're very precious and they are our future, they are our world, and they need a lot of support right now.
Okay,
So
then
my book,
I want to
Moments
ask.
in Motion.
I want to ask you a
Yes,
question
no.
because I want you
Yes.
to take a deep breath. I want to ask you a question. I understand where you're taking me, but
Yeah.
at the end of this explanation, I want you to tell me what you want to do for you, not for anybody else. Starting tomorrow, what you want to do for you, because I know where you're coming from. I can see and feel the pain. But I want to know how this translates to you. But go ahead, continue.
Oh, this trans. Well, I'm going to tell you that at the end, so I can tell
Yes,
you now.
at the end, at the end.
At the end. So, with that said, I woke up in the middle of the night and I wrote this book. I woke up and it just poured out of me. So I called the publisher and I said, hold on the other book. I have these children in front of me all day long and they need me, and I have to publish this book right now. And I read it to her. We cried. My son is in college. He was on lockdown in Hoboken, New Jersey, and I read it to him, and he cried. And then I said, I have to write this book. So, my book, Moments in Motion with Love, connects the universe with the children, and it's just an uplifting. How can I explain it? It uplifts them to understand the moment that they're in, and at the end of it, it's kind of a journaling page, so it's great for educators as well as parents. It's great as a bedtime story to go to sleep dreaming of all these moments that you had during the day and embracing them and having gratitude for them.
And your introduction says, to all the beautiful children, hoping this story will let you know how precious you are in the world. The world needs you, and you need the world. And they're just little excerpts, right? You're telling me it's not a storybook, it's not an illustrated book.
No.
But these are excerpts. These are moments in motion of hope and
With
love, is what this is.
Yes, exactly.
How old are the kids that you work with?
Okay, so I work with 8-year-olds. I always say 8 is great, second graders, because they are not too little and not so little that they're really all over the place, and they're not so old with the attitude. 8 is great, second graders are great.
And are you able now, your school is going back in session in New York or no?
They're really very confused. They don't know what they're doing. We're still up in the air about that. Hopefully they have to protect everybody. That's number one. And I kind of believe they should have had a system. This is going on since March and they really don't know right now.
But you're able to do this online?
I'm going to do this remotely because I put in an accommodation because they took away my room. And I can't work with a mask because I can't project. So I will be working remotely.
Okay, so what do we want to do? What do you want to do for you starting tomorrow?
For me, you're so cute, Freddie. I want to come to Florida, but besides that, what do I want to do for me? I want to, I always want to help people, but I have to empower myself. You're right, because I'm always helping people. I have to start giving Denise the power.
Yeah, I am a genie at a bottle. I'm going to grant you a wish, but it has to be for you. What would it be?
Oh, to make sure that my book gets into every child's hand to help them and lift them up.
But the book is external. I'm talking about internal, for you.
I would want to get my voice back. That you can do that.
Okay. But that is something for you. You want to get your voice back.
And I do have a voice, but
You do?
I have to go for injections to get that, and I haven't gone for 8 months. Okay. I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing
normally,
fantastic.
You wouldn't be able to hear me normally, but you can hear me now. So.
But there was a time we couldn't hear you at all, right?
Oh, exactly. I couldn't go through the drive-through. Yes, exactly. I am grateful and thankful. You know, there's so many other things in life that are worse. I don't consider this. That's why at first I didn't look at it like a disability because I kept going. So, but I had to get help because no one was willing to help me. They were willing to take me down and have a person who has so much heart and so much to give and just shut it down. So that was the thing.
That's interesting. She calls it a disability. Would you say anxiety is a disability?
It is diagnosed as
Would
one.
you say fear is a disability? Would you say shyness is a disability?
It's a disadvantage.
It's a disadvantage, not a disability.
No.
Interesting.
I don't think.
Mine is a physical condition. It's called spasmodic dysphonia. It's a physical condition.
And I want to ask you, and I never talk about the name of the course because we're not here to talk about that.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
what had you even join this online class that we're doing?
So, of course, we all want to get out of our comfort zone. But my publisher found out about this, and she did it in June, but I was still in the midst of working with the kids, so I couldn't do it. So timing was for me to do it now because I met you.
And she reaches out to me, our first conversation, and then we had the assignment, we needed an accountability partner. And she types, do you have a partner yet? Would you be my accountability partner? What did I say to you? I don't think I've been a very good partner. I don't think I've motivated her to do her homework. But we're going to all do our homework.
This is homework right now.
Well, I'm gonna be very honest with you. There's a ton of artists and stuff that we work with and we talk to, but because I've met you, I want to read the book. You see, your delivery of who you are is the reason I want to read what you have to say. And it begins there. It all begins there because I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm a firm believer of what you want to accomplish, and I want to read the book.
I want to read it too. I kept saying to her, can I have the expert? Can you send me the book? So she sent me a little snippet. When is the book going to be out?
A little snippet because it's almost there. We're working on, what happened was because it's not a book with characters. It's about the words. It's the power of the word. And it's powerful. It's 32 pages long. It takes you to a journey of moments, mother nature and the universe and how we're connected. And it's just so, how can I explain it? It's so clear, and then it gets you, well, whoever I read it to, they cry. I mean, of course I cry, but when I read it to my girlfriend's boyfriend on my birthday, and he started crying, a 45-year-old man. I don't know him that well, so I wasn't sure. He was actually crying, and it's not a long book, but the message is powerful.
Tell me how your students, how did they feel during this whole episode that happened in March?
Okay, so, at first I think the children were like, oh, great, we're home. They didn't know what to do with that. And then, not being with their teachers as a month passed, and their friends and just being together, social communication, as a speech pathologist, we know that's everything. They would talk to me, and then I could see the disconnect happening, and thank goodness, like I said, every day I would get up, and I'd say, oh, here we go again, and then the internet would drop, there were all these technical difficulties that parents didn't know. The gift in this was parents that participated, learned so much about what their children's needs are, and they're now able to work with them more effectively, which was beautiful. But the sadness was they would come on and say, I'm getting all this work from my teacher. I don't know what to do. And I told them, hold on, take a breath, take a moment. You're not expected to do everything. What we're doing now will help you and we'll move on. Just take a minute. But they're really confused. They are really, as adults, we can't wrap our head around this. So as these children, they're like, I'm home, why am I home? I don't know what's going on. Am I going back to school? Where are my friends? It's a lot.
It's a lot. No one's ever asked these kids as a whole what it feels like. And I have to say it starts with New York because that's where it all started. And we've trickled now. Unfortunately, Florida is the epicenter. But nobody has, it gives me the chills, nobody has stopped to ask these kids, what's it like for you? We only hear what it's like for the parents. If you notice, no one's asked these elementary school kids, what has it been like for you? You know, the haves and the have-nots. Those that have, they've got their tutors and they're good and they've got their internet. Those that don't, in some of these inner city schools, what is it like for these kids to be looking for food, to not have this social connection, to have special needs and don't have that contact with teachers, a speech impairment, a hearing impairment? This is tremendous, and we don't stop and ask. Your book, I can't wait to see the whole thing.
First of all of I had 30 students over the course, I have 30 students, and over the course of the 4 months, we learned together, we cried together. They actually cried with me at times, me and the parents and the children, which I think was very good for all of us. But Michael, they're all going to get a copy because we live this moment together. So Moments in Motion with Love will be dedicated to them as well. And now I'm going to cry.
No crying. Fantastic. We got to get you on the class, but how do people now chat? You've got so many things to talk about. That's what I'm finding with this course is everyone has a multitude of things that they're doing, and how do we tie it all together and hone in on what your message is?
Well, we can hone into the fact that when I lost my voice, I didn't lose myself. I found more of myself. I dug deeper and creating that, I do love fashion, but I'm not a designer. So what do I know to design something? But guess what? I designed something that when you feel it and touch it, not only did I make the cover up and the Pareto, it's swimmable. So women of a certain age can still feel sexy and beautiful and not cover up with a t-shirt. This t-shirt top and dress is, people don't even know about t-shirt yet. It's gonna explode because it's awesome. And then on top of that, I created organic travel essentials because I want women to feel empowered in their body, in their mind, in their soul. So my Moments in Motion with Love is about really empowering everybody.
Amazing.
It's said when you lose one of your 5 senses, the other 4 become acute. They become better. They become more sensitive. You losing your voice, not that it's the best thing that happened to you, but it's brought out the best of who you are.
Exactly.
What I'm looking at right now, and I've never met you before, is that because of what you've been through, you have expressed yourself differently. Your eyes are different. Your hair is different, your eyebrows are different, your smile is different, your movements are different. Everything has changed and has intensified. And that's the lesson learned of losing one thing, getting it back, making it better, and then you're moving on. You got now 6 senses.
Exactly. I'm Wonder Woman, superpowers. We have superpowers, Now we have a superpower. And you know what? I am thankful because you can hear me. 14 years ago, you wouldn't have been able to understand me. So I am grateful.
All right, so I have to ask you, before we go, what is your superpower?
My superpower is, what is my superpower? Never giving up, courage, love, hope. I have a lot of superpowers.
There you go. Denise, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to meet you, a pleasure to work with you.
And we're here to do more, Dawn. And Freddie, we're going to all meet when we get out of this pandemic. Thank you so much.
T-suit.com. Stay safe. Yes. I'll chat you a little bit.
I'll see you a little bit. Thanks, Freddie.
Denise.
Thank
Denise
you.
Caesar.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you, Sonny. That was fun.
I got to tell you, the people that I've met are truly spectacular, and so many of them are in education. And to think that they all want to get their voices out because this is what this course is it's amazing. You're going to meet a lot of them.
She was pretty good.
Isn't she great?
I thought she was going to be all nervous and all that.
She was great. She's a great lady.
Great lady.
Let's take a commercial break. 888-994-4995. When we come back, we got Fem City in the house. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Callaway here from the VoiceOver Connection, and I'm here to tell you that you're missing out. Everybody has a dream, something that they believe can change their life or even change the world. The difference between letting that dream slip and making it come true all depends on whether or not you can make the world believe your dream too. Here at the VoiceOver Connection, we specialize in selling dreams. Our team of well-connected and influential voices will help take your ambitions, your deepest and wildest aspirations to places that you never imagined you could reach. The time for dreaming is over. You've done enough of that already. It's time to take action. Elevate your business by giving your dream a voice. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or email us at thebrooklynCafeTV@gmail.com. Because a dream is only a dream until you decide to make it real. Pizza District is the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. They have amazing deals, great food, and an even better customer connection. Their owner, Nico, runs the friendliest and cleanest pizzeria for miles around. With their pizza made with whole wheat, gluten-free, cauliflower crust, and traditional New York style, you can't go wrong. Plus all the extras like salad and chicken wings. They are a family-run business with a great atmosphere. Call today to order your pizza and tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you at 561-961-4163. That's 561-961-4163 for Pizza District, the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
We are on fire. So let's spread your business like a wildfire. Spotlight your business, ideas, and events through our Brooklyn Cafe TV channel on Amazon Fire. Contact us at 888-224-5422 for more information. Let the whole town, even the whole country, know your message with a click of a button. Together, we ignite.
Not all CBD products are made the same. Here at your CBD store, our trained and highly educated staff can help recommend the perfect products for you. Stop in and see for yourself at one of our locations in Pembroke Pines, West Boca, Boynton Beach, or Singer Island. Or call us today at 561-437-1080. Again, that's 561-437-1080.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. What is Valerie saying?
I don't know. I can't hear from the other room.
Valerie, I can't hear what you're saying, Valerie.
She's making fun of the rejoiner.
What's wrong with it?
She's making fun of the voice.
That's Steve-O's voice.
I don't know why. I don't know. Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe, everyone. So before we get into Fem City, we've got Patty Goldenberg, Boca Del Rey chapter joining us. We interviewed Frank Ryder yesterday. The book says, Can't Get No Satisfaction, A Quest for Racial Equality in Northern Florida in 1965. So I got a message from him last night. I have not even answered you yet, Frank. Do I know why he titled the book this way? I don't know why.
We still don't know why.
I don't know what the cue is, but I'm going to think about it. A Quest for Racial Equality in Northern Florida in 1965. I'm wondering, was it a quest? Did it just not exist? Instead of saying a story of racial inequality.
Maybe he did that because at the time it didn't exist, and then you look at it now and it did.
You know, instead of him saying a story of racial inequality, which it truly was, he's looking for racial equality.
Isn't there a song that was saying, I get no satisfaction?
Yep, 100%.
Maybe that's why he named it after the song. Maybe he wrote the song. Maybe he sang the song.
Thought-provoking, right? And they're thinking about it. Anyway, that was a great segment. Denise Caesar, my new friend from, I think she lives in Staten Island.
Now, before we go to Fem City, I have a question. Somebody over there pick up a mic. Yo, somebody pick up a mic. Where are we on our WNN commercial?
Finito.
We're almost done. Just need to put an audio, edit it, and shebang, it should be done.
What?
Shebang.
Oh, the
It'll
music.
be done.
You need the
they
music?
just got to merge the pieces.
Yeah, almost done. Bada bing, bada boom, should be done.
All right, this is a commercial because, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be on tonight at 7. All of it. Tonight, Cafe After Hours. Check us out. Call in. We'll play a game or two.
Bada bing, bada boom.
But tonight is going to be all about the truth.
According to, I don't even want to ask you. Anyway, how'd you like Denise?
I love Denise.
Spectacular lady, right?
Very nice.
I got to tell you, when I signed up for this course, I didn't tell you at first because I thought you were going to say to me, "Are you crazy? Why are you taking a course?" What? And I kind of thought I was a little crazy too.
Why would I say that?
Because, well, I don't know. I just did. I guess it's me going back to those invisible things, thinking, "Why would you do this?" So I didn't tell you.
Have I ever said that to you?
Never, ever.
Have
right?
I ever acted that way?
Never,
so what
ever.
invisible things are you
You've
going back
actually
to?
only helped me do my homework assignments.
That's right. You should be in class. We're going to set up a computer for you to go to
I'm going to
class.
go to class at 2 o'clock. But so I didn't say anything. And Natalia, Levy, and I have been doing this, and I've met spectacular people, incredible people.
Natalia's in the class too?
Uh-huh. That have come out of their comfort zone to do this, to share their voice and to be heard. And that is everything. You talk about the universe coming into alignment. Everything that we do, I am now able to extend. 356 people in this group so far.
Why is it that you never post and share the things that you put out there? Like yesterday, we did a piece of your homework in here.
Why didn't I share it?
Did you put
that
it
was
out?
extra credit, but
Did you put it out?
I put it in the link for the group, but I didn't put it
Why
on my
don't you
site.
post it? Or you're not allowed to?
I am actually. That's extra credit if you post it. Because then I think, how many people want to see me again? They got me enough for 3 hours a day. How many people want to see my little video
Why is it that you
snippets?
always make judgments for other people? Why do you? It's like, you ever notice when you try to sell something slick and you go, it's $9.99. Oh, but that's too much money. I know you can't afford it. And what the hell you offer it for?
All right, I'll post it. Want me to post the first two?
Yeah, no, I don't want to see it.
Okay, you saw it yesterday. Let's bring Patty Goldenberg over, Fem City, Boca del Rey, see what's going on. How are you doing, Patty?
I am doing well. How are you guys?
Your floors look nice and shiny. I'm a little jealous. Look how clean your house is.
You know, everything looks a little better from distance on camera.
Yes, if I sit all the way back there, I'm going to look a whole lot better too. How are you doing?
I am doing well. I'm doing well. Missed you guys last week, but I'm excited to be with you today. Thanks for having us with Fem City.
We missed you also. What is happening? I know you've been on calls all morning working on August.
Yes, so we've been trying to put together or finalize some details on our August events. And locally here with Boca del Rey, we have 2 events in August. Next Friday, we have our morning coffee connection, which will be from 9 to 10:30 a.m. Small group, more of a mastermind session, and we are going to feature a little kind of mindset exercise with one of our members as we get going. And then we will have another virtual luncheon at the end of the month on the 28th. And we are featuring Ann Zuckerman, who is a business attorney and one of our members. And she's going to be addressing some of the issues and concerns today that business owners have as they are reopening their stores or making their decisions to open their offices. What legal considerations do they need to take into account? And also, rights and responsibilities of employers, employees, even with our customers and clients, how that all interacts. And we are taking questions in advance that can be submitted on our website, and she'll be addressing some specific concerns as well. So
I just actually found out from a client that their establishment they didn't realize was closed because apparently all massage establishments were closed as of July 23rd. And some of these mandates come down and the establishments aren't even told. There's no letter that goes out. You're just assuming that you're going to hear it by the grace of what falls from the sky. And then if you don't abide by these new laws, only because you don't know, then that's a good point because you just don't realize what's coming down. Because I don't know why. Maybe they can't get it out as quickly. Did you even know that?
Not at all.
That things are happening. I was just texted while we were at commercial break. Yeah.
I did not know that. And really, things are changing daily. And one directive will be out and then it will go away and something else will fall into place. So Ann's going to address some of those, those issues for us.
That's fantastic. And I know you were working on a financial piece, I guess, was it this month or last month, talking about different women and finances and
I am
It
drawing
was one
a
of your
blank
luncheons.
on-
And I
that
remember
one,
talking
yeah,
to you like, that's all right. We'll
we
remember what
had
it was, Patty.
Yeah, we had something, I think, a couple months ago. But our most recent event was our book club. And that was phenomenal. Jordana Lorber Foster, who I know has a show with you guys with Amplitude Media. And we just had a great time. We read Dare to Lead. Big book, lots to cover, but we had some amazing discussion come out of that. And we look forward to our book club every year, and we're hoping to add some, new books and just like mini book club segments as we go through the year. So it's not just once a year.
I was going to ask you that. Does everyone have to read the book before the discussion, or is it an ongoing weekly? All right, today we read chapter 1 through 4. Or?
No, we've done this. This is our 4th annual that we just had, and we just do one. It's a summer book club, kind of a summer social event. You are, of course, encouraged to read the book, but there's no tests. You don't have to. I think this one, I don't know how many people who hadn't already read it before actually finished the book, but everybody at least, got a good start, got some great takeaways from the book. But the meat of the event is in the conversations and the discussion. And again, with Jordana as our facilitator, she was really able to initiate some of those discussions in a really meaningful way. For people, we had a couple of people on who had not even gotten the book yet, but they were looking forward to reading it. And I think everyone, really got something from the evening.
I think continued book clubs is kind of cool. It's getting out of your comfort zone, and I'm doing that this week. And if someone says, we got a book discussion in 2 months, right? So it's not every week, but this is the book we're going to read in 2 months. If you guys want to join. People are still going to be home. This isn't going anywhere, but it's something to look forward to. I think it's almost a continual summer if you look at it that way.
Well, it's funny because you mentioned Jordana. Jordana did something on Tuesday night. She's on the air Tuesday nights at 7:30. She's on the NN network as well. But she did something that was really out of the box. And I had to scratch my head and think for a second. She actually interviewed somebody that does cruise planning. Now, we're familiar with cruise planning. And I was asking her, while I was doing productions, okay, explain to me how this fits. And the way it was presented, it talked about different getaways that are still available away from, because of the pandemic, the cruise industry has gotten destroyed.
It's been closed.
But they have other ways of enjoying, not cruising, but trips to
Travel,
Mexico,
yes.
and things. And the way she presented it was brilliant. I gotta tell you, I was really impressed. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching this whole thing, and she invited the woman as a guest just to change it up and to see what happens out of the box. And it was one of the most watched shows that she had. Maybe because people were curious about it.
And that was another great FEM collaboration. Michelle Allen is one of our FEM City Boca del Rey members.
That's right.
Fantastic. So you've had a lot of things happening. How was July? What was the high of July?
Our only event in July locally was the book club. So we had people gearing up for that. But every month, July included, we have so many just global FemCity events through our website and our FemCity members only Facebook group. Just about every day of the week, there is something you can tune into, be a part of. Every Wednesday afternoon, we have virtual networking through through Zoom. We have some group coaching going on. Every Thursdays, we do live classes. We just had how to create content that converts and how to create a YouTube channel. Last week, we had how to sell on Poshmark. Coming up in a couple of weeks, we even have, let's see, it was Branding Brilliantly and how to use Quoted platform, which I had never heard of the Quoted platform, QWOTED.
What
I
is
don't
that?
know if you're familiar with that.
No.
I'm looking forward to finding out. I don't know, but
Anyone know what
there's
Quoted
some-
is?
Don't know what that is.
You guys know, ever heard of Quoted?
What?
What? I got a what?
I
got
got
a
a
huh?
Yeah.
What?
I know. I just saw it today, and so I haven't had a chance to research exactly what the Quoted platform is, but apparently it's, you know, a great resource for businesses, and we're going to learn how to use it. And we have so many great classes like that, all this information that you could normally pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for courses on. It is all free as part of your FemCity membership, and you're able to connect with FEMs all over the US and Canada. And your viewers can actually be part of FemCity at a reduced exclusive discount, and we'll always post that for you in your here in the Facebook thread. And it's just a great opportunity to connect.
I want to ask you, are you finding more people are joining FemCity during this quarantine time? Because there are more opportunities to enjoy what you have.
Right. It's interesting. I don't know that I would say more, but we are still experiencing the people joining probably at about the same rate. We don't have the in-person events for people to come to and, you know, shake your hand and sit beside you for a conversation, but we still have just as many virtual events. The amount of events has not changed at all, just the locations. And it's really made it more accessible for a lot of people, just because you don't have to travel somewhere, you know, take that extra time off to get to the venue, then get back to your office, you know, maybe spend a little extra time conversing at the end than you thought you were going to. And with the members only platform, you can be at our events with FEMs everywhere. So, you know, we do have over 80 different FemCities throughout the US and Canada. And you can attend a luncheon or a coffee virtually with FemCity Ottawa, where you could never have done that, you know, realistically. Maybe if you were traveling in Ottawa for your business, but unless you were actually getting on a plane and going out there, you could not connect with those women.
It's a spectacular platform. It's a way to network, and everything is being done online now. The one nice thing about what we've all been able to do during this quarantine-ish time is learn to connect in different ways. And that's the positive side of what I want to say as far as hope is, instead of giving up and saying we can't, people have gotten creative in ways they can connect. Other than dating, Vinny, I know. People have gotten creative in ways they can connect for business, with friends, all kinds. Share your ideas, courses, online things that we never used to be able to do, FemCity, networking, lunches, cocktail hours, things that you went, oh, I can't go, or can I squeeze it in, and you're running here and there. Now this is just the norm of what we do.
Right, and you don't have to deal with rush hour traffic or driving through rain or finding parking, none of that. And you know, as you said, with all of these virtual platforms, I truly believe we have seen more collaborations like what you saw the other night with Jordana and Michelle Allen. I know we've had some other FEM collaborations where people are doing their virtual events together that I really don't think would have happened a year ago, you know, in the norm that we used to have.
Awesome. How do people find the link again?
Yes, so you can find us at femcity.com, check for Boca del Rey in the locations, or find us on FemCity at Facebook at FemCity Boca del Rey. And also look on the Brooklyn Cafe TV Facebook page, and you will find the link for the discount on membership.
Awesome. Can't wait. Thank you, Patty, for always joining us. I'm glad you're staying safe. You look terrific.
Yes. Thank you very much. Y'all have a great week.
You as well. Thanks, Patty. Patty Goldenberg.
It's amazing. If you're a female, you have a business, or you're thinking about opening a business, join FemCity. It is worth the money to join. You're going to meet
$9.99 a month. I mean,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The bottom line here is you're going to meet people in the business that are going to help you with the business. I got an idea for you to pitch to FemCity.
Okay.
I'm going bigger. I'm going bigger. I heard that they were selling tickets to a concert So are we. And I'm gonna show you the kind of concert we're gonna do. I got an idea right now that's hurting my brain.
Uh-oh. Yeah, JC Dreesen, she's got her virtual concert coming up, $25 a ticket. There's an online site, and I think Jesse Campo has one as well.
Yeah, but I'm going to mix it up. I may have some people you would never expect to do what we're gonna do. I got an idea. You watch.
Slick, do you sing?
Slick don't sing.
You say, oh no, not at all.
Over the dome.
Off.
Open up his mics. Off the dome or not over the dome?
On who is in the room that I'm trying to impress.
Well, yesterday you tried your hand at doing the jingle.
Oh yeah, I can't sing that jingle.
Yeah, you can't sing that jingle, but I like the beat. You had the beat.
I think Kendrick can do it much better than me, but I got the beat though. Yeah.
And he wrote the words.
Yeah.
Are we releasing this commercial?
Yes, Vinny is finalizing his 99.9% done.
All right, so we don't have it yet.
We don't
But
have
I want
it
to play
yet,
the commercial for Speaks Clam Bar. We talked about this.
Oh yes, can we roll that? Cue up Speaks Clam Bar. This is one of the most funniest commercials I've ever seen. This commercial should actually be on television.
It went viral apparently, but it's a great commercial.
It's
We
the
don't get to
best.
run it on the radio show on Business Kitchen, which I really miss because I think it's such a great spot. And we kept saying to you, watch it till the end, watch it to the end. You got to watch it till the end.
You got to watch this one to the end, but check this out. Talk about creativity, out of the box thinking. You got it queued up?
All right, let's roll
watch
it.
this. Let's roll it.
Introducing Speaks Contactless Drone Delivery. Our fleet of high-tech drone safety seriously. Delivering orders from our restaurant right to you. Speaks Clam Bar can now provide complete contactless delivery of our seafood-centric Italian cuisine. Using your phone's GPS and advanced facial recognition, our drones know exactly where to deliver your order, wherever you are. Contactless. Want spaghetti with your meatball? Now you can get it contactless. Got a hankering for some delicious hot fried calamari or cool mouth-watering shrimp? Get it anytime, contactless. What about a whole Maine lobster? We still have a few kinks to work out. Good thing we can still deliver your favorite Speaks meals the traditional way using automobiles. Speaks Clam Bar takeout and delivery. From our restaurant to your table. Safe and secure.
Hilarious.
That's a great commercial. Speaks Clam Bar. There are two locations, one in Tampa and one in Bradenton. But that is the restaurant from Natalia Levy and her husband and their partner. They own these restaurants, and she is also the host of Business Kitchen Show that aired today, 11 o'clock on WWNN.
It's a very interesting show. She's helping a lot of people. You know, Fem City and Business Kitchen, there's a little symmetry there.
You think?
I think so.
We'll make the
a lot of
introduction.
stuff going on in that group that you belong to, that she's part of. There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on. No wonder, you know, I do sleep though. I must say, I do sleep very well these days.
But it's also good to go. I'm going to push the envelope because I believe that the best defense is offense. And I think that we should push. Listen, we have everything at our disposal. And we're always looking for somebody to come in and share. I think we're going to push ourselves out a little bit and bring the party with us.
All right, let's do it.
We're going to change it up a little bit.
All right, have a great afternoon, everyone. Tune in tonight at 7 o'clock, Cafe After Hours, going live on WWNN, followed by 2-Minute Warning. And we actually have the Artist Show. Let's Talk Art with Amy Reshevsky at 2:30 today.
2:30. Don't miss it. Stay tuned. It's going to play on
Amp Media Productions.
And Amy.
The Art of Amy Reshevsky.
Yes, it's going to go there. It's going to be all over the place. Don't worry about it.
Have a great afternoon. Stay safe. Be kind. Wear your mask. If you want information on any of these cleaning products, Momentum Research International, let us know and we'll get that out to you.
We'll see you tonight. Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can pick in every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors, just a ray of light.